The stock market rebounded today, snapping a two-day losing streak as the S&P 500 surged. Tech stocks led the charge, with buyers regaining confidence. The day's big story, Nvidia. The chipmaker's market value rocketed past $4 trillion, joining an elite club. Nvidia's stock soared, pulling the entire tech sector up with it and highlighting its central role in the AI boom. Investors are betting big on Nvidia's dominance in artificial intelligence, fueling optimism. The S&P 500's rebound signals that, despite uncertainty, many still see underlying economic strength. Today's rally was a clear reminder. Tech innovation can power through market jitters, creating pockets of explosive growth. Nvidia's historic milestone overshadowed recent worries, giving investors a compelling reason to buy. The renewed enthusiasm for tech set a positive tone. The market's resilience was on full display, with technology once again proving its influence. Investors found optimism in innovation, and the S&P 500's rise reflected that renewed confidence. Nvidia's achievement is a symbol of where the market's passion lies. The focus on AI and tech shows that investors are looking for the next big wave of growth. Today's session was a tale of two forces, lingering worries and the undeniable power of technological progress. Nvidia's success gave the market a reason to rally, setting a new tone for the days ahead. As the week continues, all eyes remain on the tech giants and their ability to drive the market forward. The spotlight is firmly on innovation, and investors are paying close attention. Before today's rally, the market was weighed down by a two-day slide in the S&P 500. Investors grew uneasy as concerns about global economic growth and persistent inflation mounted. Uncertainty over central bank policies, especially the Federal Reserve's next move on interest rates, kept many on the sidelines. This cautious mood led to profit-taking and a shift towards safer assets, pushing stocks lower. The dip wasn't triggered by a single event, but by a steady accumulation of worries. Even tech leaders felt the pressure, as some investors locked in profits after a strong run. These pullbacks are a normal part of the market cycle, testing investor resolve. The financial world debated whether this was the start of a bigger correction or just a pause. Questions swirled. Had AI excitement pushed stocks too high? Too fast? The two-day decline set the stage for today's rebound, creating a lower entry point for optimistic buyers. The dip reminded everyone that even in a bull market, volatility is inevitable. Investors paused, reassessed, and waited for a clearer direction. The conversation shifted from fear of a correction to renewed hope as tech and innovation regained the spotlight. The market's quick turnaround shows how fast sentiment can change. For now, the story is one of resilience, where every dip is seen as a potential buying opportunity. The focus remains on technology and the long-term promise of innovation. The recent slide was just a chapter in the ongoing story of a market driven by both caution and ambition. Today's rally proved that optimism can return just as quickly as it fades. Nvidia's rise to a $4 trillion market cap is nothing short of historic. Only a handful of companies have ever reached this level, and Nvidia's surge today added hundreds of billions to its value. The reason? Its chips are the backbone of the AI revolution, making Nvidia indispensable to companies racing to build AI capabilities. Demand for Nvidia's GPUs is massive and growing, giving the company near total dominance and pricing power. This milestone marks a shift in the global economy. Tech companies, not oil giants or banks, now lead the pack. Investors see AI as the defining technology of our era, and Nvidia as its essential engine. The company's success is a bet on AI transforming every industry, from healthcare to finance. Nvidia's size means its stock moves can lift the entire market, as seen in today's rally. This has sparked debate about market concentration, but for now, the strategy is working. The excitement around Nvidia is contagious, creating a feedback loop that drives both its stock and the broader market higher. Nvidia's climb is more than a number. It's a symbol of the market's faith in AI's future. The company's story is now the market story. As long as AI remains the hottest theme, Nvidia's influence will only grow. Investors are all in on the next chapter of technological transformation. Nvidia wasn't alone. Other tech giants joined the rally, amplifying the market's rebound. Meta Platforms saw its stock rise as investors cheered its AI investments and advertising innovations. Microsoft, with its deep partnership with OpenAI and AI-powered tools like Copilot, continued to impress the market. Alphabet, Google's parent, also gained ground with its Gemini AI model and enhanced search business fueling optimism. The collective strength of these companies powered the S&P 500 higher. When tech titans move together, their combined weight drives the entire market. Today's rally was a clear example. As big tech goes, so goes the market. Investors see these companies as the leaders of the next wave of growth. Their innovation and scale make them must-watch stocks. The tech-led recovery reinforced the idea that technology is the market's engine. The sector's momentum is hard to stop when confidence returns. For now, the giants of tech are setting the pace for everyone else. Amid the tech rally, President Trump's new tariff announcement sent shockwaves through the global economy. A 20% tariff on Chinese goods and a 10% tariff on imports from all other countries mark a dramatic shift toward protectionism. This aggressive policy could reshape supply chains, raise costs for businesses and consumers, and spark retaliation from trading partners. China remains the primary target, but even U.S. allies would feel the impact. The move signals a major break from decades of free trade, aiming to boost American industry but risking higher prices at home. Companies relying on imports could see profits squeezed or pass costs to customers. Exporting nations may retaliate, raising the specter of a global trade war. The announcement injected fresh uncertainty into the market, contrasting sharply with tech's optimism. Investors and business leaders are now scrambling to assess the fallout. Will tariffs stick? Will other countries hit back? The answers could reshape the economic landscape. For now, the news is a reminder that global policy shifts can quickly change the market's mood. The risk of trade conflict is back on the table. Despite the tariff shock, the market, led by tech, barely flinched. While some sectors worried, investors kept their focus on the explosive growth story of artificial intelligence. Big tech companies like Microsoft and Alphabet are less exposed to tariffs, as much of their revenue comes from software and digital services. Their insulation from trade disputes gave investors confidence to keep buying. The AI boom's potential for massive profits is simply overwhelming other concerns. The market is betting that AI-driven growth will far outweigh any costs from trade friction. Today, the story of technological revolution eclipsed worries about tariffs. This reaction reveals investor psychology. Future profits from AI matter more than today's policy risks. The market is forward-looking, and right now it's seeing the world through an AI lens. If trade tensions escalate, the market may eventually react. But for now, tech's momentum is the dominant force. The lure of AI is simply too strong to ignore. Artificial intelligence remains the most powerful force driving today's market. Investors see AI as a world-changing technology, pouring money into companies leading the charge. Nvidia's surge and the tech rally are proof of this conviction. AI's potential for exponential growth is captivating, with applications from healthcare to e-commerce. The market is rewarding any company with a credible AI strategy, creating a new class of must-own stocks. This focus has fueled a significant rally in tech over the past year. But high expectations bring risk. If AI growth disappoints, a sharp correction could follow. For now, belief in AI's transformative power is unshaken. Investors see it as the defining investment theme for the foreseeable future. The market's momentum is all about AI, and that story is far from over. The next chapter is being written in real time. What does all this mean for the average investor? A few key lessons stand out. Tech leadership is driving the market, so understanding where growth is coming from is crucial. Exposure to major themes like AI has been rewarding, but concentration risk is real. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversification still matters, even in a tech-driven market. The market juggles conflicting news. Today, AI optimism outweighed tariff fears, but that balance can shift quickly. Don't overreact to headlines. Focus on the bigger picture and your long-term goals. The recent rebound after a dip shows why timing the market is so tough. Sticking to a plan and staying disciplined through ups and downs is often the best strategy. Volatility is part of the journey. Embrace it, don't fear it. The key is to stay informed and keep your eyes on the long game. Looking ahead, two forces will shape the market: technology and trade. The AI revolution is still gaining steam, with tech giants driving innovation and market performance. Every product launch and earnings report from these companies will be closely watched. At the same time, global trade policy is back in focus. Trump's tariff announcement adds a layer of uncertainty, with real consequences for many industries. Some companies may benefit from protectionism, while others could be hurt by trade wars. Staying updated on both tech trends and policy shifts is essential for investors. The market is a tug-of-war between optimism about technology and worries about the economy. The key is not to get lost in daily noise, but to focus on long-term trends, celebrate innovation, but stay mindful of economic risks. By watching both tech and trade, you can navigate the market with confidence. The interplay between innovation and global policy will define the next chapter. Stay engaged, stay informed, and you'll be ready for whatever comes next.